Welcome back again to my Bible journey. I'm delayed again from bringing out a video. I had a tooth taken out in the week, and yeah, that was painful. Needed to cut into the bone. Some people are going to be squeamish in order to get the root out. So that was uncomfortable, and I didn't feel much like speaking that much, especially not on a video where I might end up drooling or something ridiculous. Sorry, just in camera, everything's going wrong. Anyhow, I hope everyone is well and they've had a good week or 2 weeks or however long it's been. We last read Genesis 18, and we had God coming in human form to speak to Abraham, and he was basically, I think he brought 2 angels with him to effectively judge Sodom and Gomorrah, maybe, yeah. But Abraham begged him to spare them if he could find 10 decent people. So yeah, it shouldn't be that difficult to find 10 decent people, you would think. Otherwise, Sodom is sodded. I don't know what I'm saying. It's late at night, and this is the only time that I've been able to get a video in. Work life and children and lack of free time makes it so much harder than it should be. But still, anyway, Genesis 19. And there came 2 angels to Sodom at evening, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot rose up to meet them when he saw them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground, and said, "Behold now, my lords, please turn into your servant's house and stay all night, and wash your feet, and you shall rise up early and go your way." And they said, "No, but we will stay in the street." But he urgently pressed upon them, and they turned into him and entered into his house. And he made them feast and baked unleavened bread, and they ate. But before they lay down, the men of the city, the men of Sodom, surrounded the house, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. And they called to Lot and said to him, "Where are the men who came in to you this night? Bring them out to us, that we may know them." And Lot went out the door to them and shut the door after him. And he said, "I pray you, brethren, do not act so wickedly. Behold, now I have 2 daughters which have not known a man. I pray you, let me bring them out to you, and you do to them as you see fit, but do nothing to these men, for they have come under the shadow of my roof." Oh, wow. Okay. So, wow. Like, being a parent myself and reading that, I mean, yes, okay, they're angels, and clearly he can tell that they are something special, but you'd literally throw your daughters out to men in order to just, like, oh, come on. I don't know. I pray that I am never in that situation. And they said, "Stand back." And they said, "This one came in to sojourn, and must he now play the judge? Now we will deal worse with you than with them." And they pressed hard upon the man Lot, and came near to breaking down the door. But the men put out their hands and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. So they just blinded them with holy light. Apologies, I have a pop-up on my screen and telling me that they want to restart my PC right now. Gave me fantastic options though. Said restart in 15 minutes, restart in 1 hour, restart tomorrow, restart sometime next century. It actually had that option, and that is what I pressed. Yeah, where am I? Oh yes, so they've been blinded. And the men said to Lot, "Have you anyone here besides yourself? Bring your sons-in-law and your sons and your daughters and anyone else you have in the city. Bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because great is the cry of it before the face of the Lord, and the Lord has sent us to destroy it." And Lot went out and spoke with his sons-in-law, who married his daughters, and said, "Get up and get out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city." But to his sons-in-law, he seemed to be jesting. Wait a minute, hang on. Is it the same daughters that he was about to throw out to these men? I mean, surely the angels are not... Anyway. And when the morning dawned, then the angels hurried Lot, saying, "Rise up, take your wife and your 2 daughters who are here, lest you be consumed in the punishment of the city." But he lingered. So the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hands of his 2 daughters, the Lord being merciful to him, and they brought him forth and set him outside the city. And it came to pass, when they brought him outside, they said, "Escape for your life. Do not look behind you, nor stay anywhere in the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest you be consumed." And Lot said to them, "Oh no, my Lord. Behold, now your servant has found grace in your sight, and you have magnified your mercy, which you have shown to me in saving my life. But I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil overtake me and I die. Behold, now this city is near to flee to, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape there. Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live?" And the angel said to him, "See, I have accepted you concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city for which you have spoken. Hurry and escape there, for I cannot do anything till you arrive there." Therefore the name of the city was called Zoar. Zoar? The sun had risen upon the land, and Lot entered into Zoar. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew upon the ground. But his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he had stood before the Lord. And he looked towards Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the plain, and saw, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. And when God destroyed the cities of the plain, it came to pass that God remembered Abraham, and sent Lot out to the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in which Lot lived. And Lot went up out of Zoar and lived in the mountain, and his 2 daughters with him, for he feared to live in Zoar. And he and his 2 daughters lived in a cave. And the firstborn said to the younger, Our father is old, and there is no man on the earth to come in to us, as is the way of all the earth. Oh no. Some of this is hard to read, you know. Our father is old, and there is no man on the earth to come in to us, as is the way of all the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, so that we may preserve the seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night. And the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he did not notice when she lay down, nor when she arose. And it came to pass on the next day, the firstborn said to the younger, Behold, I lay last night with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and you go in and lie down with him, so that we may preserve the seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night also, and the younger arose and lay with him. And he did not notice when she lay down, nor when she arose. So both the daughters of Lot were with child by their father, and the firstborn bore a son, and called his name Moab. He is the father of the Moabites to this day. And the younger also bore a son, and called his name Ben-Ammi. He is the father of the children of Ammon to this day. Ah, I mean, yuck. That's, yeah. Moab and Ben-Ammi. There. That's just, I mean, you can't even fathom it, really. Cannot fathom it. I don't want to fathom it. That's quite disturbing. It's disturbing. It is disturbing, but I guess things of that time were very different. Ironically, not ironically, but a lot of people say that, like with Sodom and Gomorrah, where the fires came down and burnt everything to ash and what have you, but a lot of these rock formations and that you see that could almost be like cities or I don't know, old towers or something that look like they've been melted. Like the rocks just look, it's almost like they've been really, really weathered, but perfectly, I don't know, like burning plasma has just come down and just, I don't know, just turned like a building into melted mush, and now it looks like rock formation. It just makes me wonder if that is like ancient cities and that are what we have, some of these rocks that look like this. There's also a Moab in Utah, I believe. Moab, Utah, yes, is a premier adventure destination in the southwest, serving as the gateway to the Arches National Park. And Canyonlands. Canyonlands are another thing. They also all look a little bit like they were melted. Flat sands. Yes, I wonder if there's anything to that. Anyway, Moab Bible. This is what I wanted to read. I wanted to have a little look and see who these people were. Moab. So Moabites. Moab. So the name Moab is actually, wow, my screen is going doolally. Wow, I have no idea what's happening to my computer. I think it has finally died. Okay, I'm just going to shut that because that's annoying me. So Moab literally means from my father. So the Moabites waged war with the Israelites, from what I just read before my computer decided to go haywire. Interesting. Yeah, there's quite a lot to unpack there. I mean, what this... So, I don't know, God and his angels saved Lot and his daughters and his wife, but his wife disobeyed and turned to salt. But God would have known what was coming next. So was it meant that they were to preserve his seed? I don't know, it's very disturbing. It's very disturbing to a father yeah, but we'll have to see how this pans out. Yeah, anyway. Okay, so next read will be Genesis 20. I'm hoping it's less yucks. And hopefully I'll find a better camera angle so that I'm not looking quite so ugly. Just happened to look in the camera there and just saw. Okay, yeah, Genesis 20 next. I also want to return to the Book of Enoch, because I had a Book of Enoch series which I just kind of let lie for a while. Someone that I was talking to online, they said, be careful when you are reading the Book of Enoch, because you are opening yourself up to demonic spirits, he said, but I'm not sure how. I think it subconsciously put me a little uneasy. I believe that my spirit is well in tune with God and Jesus Christ, so I'm hoping that I can make it through the Book of Enoch. I also want to open up the Dead Sea Scrolls, because there's a lot in there that refers to the Nephilim again, which when we actually think about the Nephilim and how nobody in churches and that actually speak about it, it's like, oh, we'll brush over that because it doesn't, yes. If we start spouting that in church, then we're probably not going to have much of a congregation. But the Nephilim and the Watchers and all that side of things, it really helps explain why God of the Old Testament was willing to sacrifice his creation with the flood. Whereas when you go to church and you're brought up in Sunday school and what have you, you never learn that sort of thing. You just like, oh, let's talk about what animals went on the ark type thing. And it's like, well, come on. If we'd spoken about this and like the reason for it and what have you, I think a lot more people would have been like, what? Really? This is something that's supposed to have happened? Either that or you'd have a lot of people be like, no, it's a fairy tale and all that. We seem to have a lot of those anyway, but anyway, I digress. I'm talking nonsense, probably. As I say, I'm very tired. So yeah, for now, good night. God bless. If you want to continue on my journey, feel free to like and subscribe. I don't like saying that. It makes me sound like a YouTuber. I suppose I am, but that's still. And God bless. Have a great evening, great night, great morning, whatever time you're watching this, if you're watching this at all. It might only be 10 of you, like last time, but that's okay. Have a good night, guys. God bless.